Picture the scene. You're back at the computer reviewing your images after a day out with the camera, and as you review the scene you start wishing you had made the most of the location by shooting an HDR sequence to capture more of the shadows and highlights in the scene. However, all is not lost, as Affinity Photo enables photographers to create a 32-bit HDR file from a single raw image. This is a big deal, as rescuing detail in the frame can make the difference between uploading the file to a stock site and making some money from it, thus justifying the time spent out on location, or resigning yourself to dumping the file in the trash can. The technique for creating a single file HDR may sound complicated, but is actually straightforward and can be done in less than 5 minutes. So let's get started and see how this technique comes together. Before you start the technique, head to the top of the interface and click on the Assistant Options icon. When the dialog box appears, head down to Develop Assistant and change the raw output format from 16-bit to 32-bit. Also make sure the tone curve option says Take No Action. You can close this and now open up your file by clicking File, Open, and choosing the file that you want to edit. Raw files will open in the Develop persona, so now's the time to make some adjustments. And of course, what we want to do is to try and capture more detail in the shadows and highlights. So I'm going to adjust the sliders by dragging the highlights to the left and the shadows to the right. There we go. I'm also going to increase the contrast a little bit. And now is also the time to add some noise reduction. So head to the Details tab and drag the luminous slider to the right. Once you're happy with your adjustments, head to the top left of the interface and click on the Develop icon. This will transport you back into the photo persona, but we actually need to step forward into the tone mapping persona. So head to the top left interface, click on the tone mapping persona. Once Affinity Photo has worked its magic, you'll see that the image has been transformed immediately. The interface has changed too, and down the left hand side you've got a number of presets, including detailed, cool, and a number of black and white options too. I quite like the detailed option, but for more precision you've also got adjustment sliders down the right side of the interface too. The two most important sliders are the tone compression and the local contrast. And you can see how that changes the image when you drag the slider left and right. In this persona you can also change the white balance, shadows and highlights, and detail refinement, and there's also a curves option should you want to make some more precise adjustments. It's at this point that I'm also going to adjust my saturation and vibrance by dragging the sliders to the right. Once you're happy with your changes, you can head to the top left of the interface and click on the Apply option. This will take you back once more to the photo persona, where you can make changes such as adding adjustment layers. It's in this persona that you can also export your image, so head up to File, scroll down to Export, and you can save the file in whichever format you choose. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy making your single frame HDRs, and I'll see you next time.